All right, kiddies, Dr. Throwdown here, and it's time for some hybrids. But let me warn you, this stuff is difficult. So make sure you got your basics and all your rudiments down before you try this stuff. A hybrid is when you take 2 rudiments or 3 rudiments and combine them. We've already played several hybrids. For example, a flam paradiddle is a hybrid. It's a paradiddle and a flam put together. In section 25, we're going to be playing flam drags and flam fives. Flam drags are drags with flams on them, and flam fives are 5-stroke rolls with a grace note, so a flam 5. These rudiments are not easy to play. In fact, we really shouldn't call them rudiments. I think we're going to give them a Dr. Throwdown title of really sophisticated, difficult patterns. The flam drag, once again, is a flam and a drag. We're going to start with the flam and play a single drag. I'll play them a little faster. And a little faster yet. All right, make sure they're very clear at all tempos. And then a flam 5 is a flam with a 5-stroke roll. So it's a grace note prior to a 5-stroke roll. A little faster. And faster yet. Typically, you play flam drags and flam 5s hand to hand. But as you can see in exercise number 4 in lesson 25, they don't alternate. We're going to play them on the same hand. So I'm going to demonstrate that real quick. As you can see, there's a flam paradiddle. You have a flam drag, flam paradiddle. So it takes you to the left hand. Always work on starting with your left hand as well as your right hand. Got to work on that ambidexterity. One thing we haven't talked about, it's not a rudiment, but it's a lot of fun, is backsticking. There's some backsticking in this etude, and there's some backsticking in a couple other etudes in the back. So backsticking is just when you turn your stick around and hit the head or the pad with the back end of the stick, like so. Now, when you have real fast backsticking, I suggest you come around in a circle like this. Don't come straight over, because you might get hooked on the rim. For speed, you want to keep your arm down and use your fingers and wrists. One thing you might want to check is your elbows. If your elbows are flopping around like this, then as we speed up, you're going to have difficulties because there's just too much motion. So try to get the stick around using your fingers and wrists. If you're playing match grip, you're just going from match grip to traditional. Match grip to traditional. If you're playing with the left hand as well. If you're playing traditional grip, you're going from traditional to matched. A good exercise you can do is just to play triplets. So I'm going to play 2 notes with the right hand, 1 note with the left, alternating bead and butt with the left hand. Or the right hand, we can do the same thing, right, left, left. Now we can backstick anything. In this etude, we're backsticking flam drags. We're backsticking the primary of the flam. Try it with just flam accents first. So remember flam accents? Then you can add the drag. And remember, play it slow and break it down, just like Dr. Throwdown's doing right now. And eventually, you'll get it 1 measure at a time, 2 measures at a time, the whole piece at a slow tempo, and then increase the tempo.